For decades, launching a business meant accepting one painful truth. Speed was always sacrificed for quality.
Always.
You needed market researchers, web developers, copywriters. I mean, that's weeks, maybe months of coordination and budget.
Not anymore. The core claim we are unpacking today is truly disruptive. It is now possible to launch a full research-backed business from initial market validation to professional video ads in a single afternoon.
A single afternoon.
3 to 6 hours total.
Welcome to the deep dive. Our mission today is, well, it's a shortcut to being an instant entrepreneur. We're drilling deep into a specific workflow that connects 4 powerful Google AI tools.
Yep, that's Notebook-LM, Firebase Studio, Pomeli, and Google Flow using that new VO 3.1 video engine.
We're searching for the surprising shortcuts and, maybe more importantly, the elimination of friction that's kind of baked into this ecosystem.
Right. Think about the traditional grind. It's slow, it's expensive, and you have these constant handoffs between human specialists.
The new AI-powered reality fundamentally changes the founder's job description. Iteration now happens in minutes, not weeks.
And the smart money sees this shift coming.
That Polymarket statistic is incredibly insightful here.
It really is. For anyone unfamiliar, Polymarket lets you bet real money on future events. And the fact that over 85% of participants are predicting Google will lead the AI race by the end of 2025.
With Gemini 3.0 Pro specifically.
Exactly. That shows massive conviction in this whole integrated environment. The market believes this is where the action is.
So, conceptually, how should we view this stack of tools? Is it like hiring a team? Or is it something else?
I think it's best viewed as an AI agency in your browser.
Okay.
You basically have a stack of automated specialists, and each one is focused on one phase of business creation.
So we can trace the data journey.
Exactly. Notebook-LM is your head of research. Firebase Studio is the web dev team. Pomeli acts as the brand designer and creative director.
And then Google Flow becomes the marketing powerhouse.
Yeah, for generating those scroll-stopping video ads.
Okay, let's unpack this. We have to start with the foundation, right? Research and validation. So we begin with Notebook-LM, which is positioned as the research and validation engine. It's the strategist, the one that makes sure your blueprint is rock solid before you start building.
This is the critical step most first-time founders skip. They build something based on hope or an assumption, not data.
Right.
Notebook-LM analyzes the market data you feed it, identifies genuinely profitable niches, and it validates the entire idea before you spend $1 or commit a single line of code.
So it's a guardrail. The source material talks about a specific expert business analyst prompt used here, which is fascinating.
It's all about providing structure. I mean, the prompt doesn't just generate a generic paragraph. It forces the system to analyze viability across 5 critical factors.
Market size, profitability, competition.
Yep, niche viability and barriers to entry.
And it rates each of those factors from 1 to 10.
And this is the crucial part. It must justify those scores using only the sources you provide in the notebook.
Yeah.
That mechanism, the data mandate, it forces a strictly data-backed strategy. It prevents the AI from just, hallucinating a viable market that doesn't exist in your data.
Wait, it forces it. So what happens if I ignore the low scores on, say, competition? Am I still in charge, or will the AI literally refuse to move forward?
Oh yeah, you're always in charge, but the AI gives you a clear warning label. It's providing critical thinking, effectively saying, look, based on the evidence you supplied, this idea scores a 3 out of 10 for profitability. Proceed at your own risk. So it prevents that common mistake of building something nobody wants. It forces a data-backed strategy before any actual construction begins.
It forces a data-backed strategy before construction begins.
Yeah.
That's the key takeaway for phase 1. So Notebook-LM has given us a validated, rock-solid blueprint. Now, how do we stop that valuable research from just sitting in a document and gathering digital dust?
We eliminate the friction. This is where Firebase Studio, the infrastructure specialist, steps in.
Okay.
And look, the true insight here isn't just that Firebase builds a website fast. It's that by importing that research summary prompt, we skip that agonizing traditional step.
You mean where the market research team hands off a 50-page PDF to the web developer?
Yes, who then has to interpret it for an audience they barely even understand. Here, the AI interprets its own validated research instantly.
And turns it into a live, hosted website with zero coding or technical setup.
Precisely. The research summary goes directly into the Firebase prompt. This guarantees the website copy, the value proposition, all of it.
Damn.
It's all grounded in that verified market data from just minutes earlier.
The prompt must be pretty comprehensive to handle all that.
It is. It defines the layout, the exact sections, company name, the content structure for 4 pages. Home, services, about us, and contact. It literally takes a business plan and creates a functional sitemap from it.
Here's where I need to ask, though. If I build my entire agency on the Google stack, am I not just setting myself up for proprietary lock-in if they change their pricing or shut down one of these free tools?
That's a fair concern, for sure. But the calculus changes when you realize the alternative is paying thousands for third-party tools that also carry proprietary risk.
Sure.
Here, the advantage is speed. Because iteration is zero cost and instant, you have the financial and time headroom to pivot or rebuild if a tool changes down the line.
So the true power isn't just the speed of deployment, it's instant iteration and testing.
Absolutely. The zero-cost A/B testing is revolutionary for a bootstrapped founder. You generate version A of your site, then you just adjust one variable in the original Notebook LM research.
Like the value proposition or the niche?
Right. You feed that small change back in, and you generate a whole version B in minutes.
You can instantly test 2 completely different business strategies, the branding, the messaging, without spending thousands on a developer.
Yeah. And I'll admit, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself when I'm trying to generate complex sites. Just last week, I was trying to adjust a color palette, and instead of changing the brand colors, the AI changed the font to Comic Sans on the contact page.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I learned pretty quickly that quality control is critical.
Prompt drift, for anyone who doesn't know, is basically when the AI starts forgetting your original instructions the more changes you ask for, so you have to be precise.
Exactly. But refinement just means typing iterative inputs in that same prompt box. It's quality control, not programming.
So if I'm not a coder, the biggest barrier Firebase removes here is all that technical setup and coding. It creates a live site from just text prompts.
That's the core function.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the website live, we move to giving the business some personality and getting traffic. That's where Pomeli and Google Flow come in.
Right.
Pomeli's our brand identity designer and creative director.
And Pomeli is incredibly clever because it doesn't start from scratch. It scans the live Firebase website URL we just built. It extracts the brand DNA, the specific tone, the messaging style that's already on the site. So it ensures continuity.
So it's taking the blueprint we validated, the house we built, and now it's decorating and defining the personality.
Perfect analogy. Then Pomeli uses a prompt to generate campaign concepts, producing visuals and copy that are already optimized for that DNA. It's like having a creative team producing assets for A/B testing in minutes.
And from static visuals, we escalate to video, the ultimate marketing powerhouse, Google Flow.
Powered by VO 3.1, yep.
VO 3.1 is the advanced video generation engine that's running under the hood.
Right, and it lets you create these scroll-stopping video ads really quickly using the brand identity that Pomeli just established.
The source material highlights the detailed guide prompts here, and they go way beyond simple descriptions. They actually define the specific motion, the action, and the mood of the shot.
Yeah, using cinematic language.
Right.
They call it frames to video. You're not just saying a nice video of a product, you're commanding an AI cinematographer. You can define a dramatic low-angle shot pushing up towards the subject to make a product look heroic.
Or specifying magical golden hour sunlight for lifestyle shots.
Exactly. And that cinematic language is so superior to plain language.
Why is that?
Because it lets you immediately capture professional emotional resonance. Plain language gives you a video. Cinematic language commands the mood. It adds that targeted motion for specific ad platforms.
Whoa. Imagine scaling to 1 billion queries, generating a full suite of marketing assets, including professional, emotionally resonant video in under an hour.
That speed is a game changer for iteration and for market saturation. It fundamentally changes what it means to be a founder.
You've gone from months of planning and production to minutes of testing and refinement.
Totally.
So why is generating 2 or more variations, whether for the website or the video ads, why is that so critical?
A/B testing creative is just. It's non-negotiable. You never, ever publish the first AI-generated version. You need to test 2 distinct visual hooks and 2 distinct value propositions to see what the market actually responds to.
To recap this complete system, we've basically traced a powerful, seamless data pipeline.
We started with data and validation flowing seamlessly from Notebook LM. That established our strategic foundation.
The guardrails.
Exactly. And that data fed directly into Firebase Studio to create the live, tested website infrastructure.
Eliminating that human handoff problem.
Then Pomeli took the live website's DNA to generate the brand identity and the campaign materials, which ensures everything is consistent.
And finally, Google Flow and VO 3.1 elevated those static assets into professional, cinematically defined video ads.
The competitive advantage is clear. We're launching a viable business in hours, not weeks, at zero capital cost versus thousands.
And with a massive acceleration in your ability to iterate, this isn't theoretical.
Not at all.
And this methodology is so versatile. This isn't just for one type of business. The source material shows this workflow works for e-commerce, for service businesses, for SaaS products, for content creators.
Right. The advanced strategies all focus on maximizing that iteration speed. You can input multiple niche variations during the Notebook LM phase or test 3 to 5 different value propositions in the Firebase website phase.
So you're turning every step into a parallel experiment. That's something only huge companies could afford to do before. Now it's accessible to anyone with an internet connection.
You're basically stacking Lego blocks of data, one on top of the other, to create this complex structure that is fully verified and fully launched by the time you stop typing.
Let's address the key logistical questions. Is this really free to start? Sounds a little too good to be true.
Yeah, it does, but yes. The core functionality of all 4 of these tools is free in their respective tiers or within Google Labs. The barrier to entry is minimal.
And what about technical skills? Do I need to learn to code to manage Firebase?
Nope, no coding required. The entire process is plain text input. It's point and click, not technical setup. The total time needed, 3 to 6 hours for a complete, launched business infrastructure ready for market testing.
The ultimate power, then, it isn't just in the speed of the individual tools, it's in the intelligent integration. The fact that they all speak the same data language, that provides a massive first-mover advantage for early adopters.
Absolutely. By 2026, your competition will be using these tools, and they'll be even more powerful and maybe less accessible. The transformation is profound. The old way required a team, weeks of work, complex coordination.
The new way is one person, one afternoon, and 4 connected tools.
Yeah.
The tools and the methodology are proven. So now that the time and cost barriers are essentially gone, the only remaining limiting factor is the quality of your curiosity and your critical thinking.
The tools will give you the answer to any question you ask, but you have to ask a good question first.
So we leave you with the challenge. Will you dedicate an afternoon to build your AI marketing team?